Africanus.
Some of the, the racism that came in tandem with colonialism, some of it, I experienced it personally as a teenage boy in Zimbabwe. Personally, as a teenage boy, there was a lot of segregation then when I grew up. There were whites only areas, there were black only areas. So one time, I remember very well, I walked from one street in the black areas. There was a shop called Amato. It was a big supermarket. So I walked further east and kept going and got lost and found myself in a whites-only area. I was harassed by police like I'd committed the biggest crime in history. Really harassed, slapped all over the place, and I had to find my way back to the right area. So those kind of things I experienced as an individual. And also another thing I will share with you, my grandfather, he always tells this story, and the whole family, the aunties, everybody, say how he was beaten up because he was refusing to leave his ancestral land, how the colonial police beat him up. That's in the late 60s. They came with trucks, they beat him up until, and shackled him and threw him in a lorry that they had prepared for him to take whatever he could take. It's not like he took everything that belonged to him. The only things he took were the things that could fit into a lorry. That's all he took. So he had this thing of, I would say, he hated the regime after that. He hated the regime such that we used to have a priest. And this priest was so close to the family. And he was a white guy. And after that relocation, when the priest finally found where we had been relocated, he made efforts to come there and see my grandparents. Oh, my grandfather didn't want to see him. He said, "Get away. See what your kind have done to me. I don't want to see you at my house. Get away." So it was in his little mud huts that they were constructing there. I was like, "Get away, I don't want to see you." So some of those things, even though he has been a friend for years. So those are some of the things we inherited from colonialism, or things I would say not inherited. It's a wrong word. I would say things that have scarred us from colonialism.
Africanus.